might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here we go. Watch the slant. Watch tight end. Here we go. 180. It's hot. Hot. 24 is the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Check. Hey, can.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 180. What is that? Tight end's right. Hey. You got that?
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Watch the edge. Shift. Check smash.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to have...
Get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Huntley to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
I'm coming after you. Check, Bobcat.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 27, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Big 13. Big 13. I'm coming after you. 24 is the 11, 11, 11. 11.
They run for it with Mixon, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Huntley. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You will too.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
Meetings with coaches, and they use the term complementary football. Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Tight ends on the Lucy. Tight ends on the Lucy. 4 down, 4 down. 24 down.
Now it's Burrow. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away, not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. There's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Hill on the return. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the opener. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
To throw, Huntley. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now Burrow on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. 12, 12, 12.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's going to let it go again. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays. Plays to get back into the game, but ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be caught by Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Well, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Looking to throw on second down. Huntley. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Stop right there. Hey, we got 11 MT, 11 MT. 11.
Burrow will throw. Then he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. They had a defender right there with him and forced that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking.
He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, Boyd, what a catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He gets 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On 1st and 10, Huntley. And going deep for Hill. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Noah Fant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. From the 30 on second down, Burrow. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
11.
Here's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. He's going deep for Brown. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
2nd and 10.
Check curls.
To throw again. Huntley. He's going deep for Brown. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Drive about to get going. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Anthony Averett picks it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Second down and 3.
70 Lions. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike 55. Mike.
Looking to throw. Huntley. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Noah Fant, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens. And that makes this 35-0 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Right, 80. What is hot? Check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Get that quarterback.
From the gun again to Mixon. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
4 down. Hey, we got to go score. Let's go.
Well, they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Back to throw. Huntley. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Cheetah Bay Awut. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
For an offense, finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
11. Get wide. 12. Gotta go.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Drew Sample with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the gun, Huntley. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, Huntley eluding the pressure right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing on 1st down, Huntley. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to pass. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down, here's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
11 MT.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. It got his man complete. Past the 20.
No, sir. No,
and
sir.
all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Ravens are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more. It look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
11.
They'll run with Mixon. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Huntley. Flush. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. They don't get it all back there, but they do get 8, and it sets up a 3rd and 15.
Here we go. 55.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. He'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Push him back.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown pass as they're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Check. 11. Fresno.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Hey, can. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
60 Eagle. Here we go.
it looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
11.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Mike 57. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Shreds the tackle. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Come on. Set. 70 Lion. I got him. Hey, check.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just